The year is 1888, the place Whitechapel, London. A district shrouded in poverty, bustling by day, but by night, fear festers. A darkness has fallen upon Whitechapel, a specter known as Jack the Ripper. 5 women, their lives intertwined with this impoverished district, would become his victims. Whitechapel was a place of stark contrasts. By day, it was a hive of activity, but when night fell, the shadows deepened. Prostitution, unfortunately, became a path chosen by some. It is within this world that Jack the Ripper emerges, a phantom, a whisper in the darkness. The residents of Whitechapel are left to grapple with the chilling reality that a monster walks among them. Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, Mary Jane Kelly, 5 names etched in history, forever bound by tragedy. They were mothers, daughters, sisters. Each had a story, a life that extended beyond the horrific circumstances of their deaths. Mary Ann Nichols, known to some as Polly, was a woman struggling to overcome alcoholism. Her life was tragically cut short on August 31st, 1888. Annie Chapman, battling illness and hardship, was the next to fall prey to the killer on September 8. Elizabeth Stride, a Swedish immigrant, met her end on September 30th. Catherine Eddowes, just hours after Stride's murder, became the Ripper's 4th victim. Mary Jane Kelly, the youngest, was just 25 when she was murdered in her own room on November 9th. These 5 women were not just victims. They were individuals with hopes, dreams, and loved ones left behind to grapple with their loss. The police investigation into the Jack the Ripper murders was a race against time, hampered by fear, misinformation, and the limitations of 19th century forensics. Scotland Yard employed every tool at their disposal. Detectives meticulously combed through the crime scenes, searching for any shred of evidence. The brutality of the murders, coupled with the Ripper's apparent knowledge of anatomy, fueled speculation that the killer possessed medical knowledge. Letters, purportedly written by the killer, arrived at newspaper offices and Scotland Yard, filled with chilling boasts and cryptic clues. Despite their best efforts, the police were unable to apprehend the killer. The case remains one of the most infamous unsolved mysteries in criminal history. Over the years, the mystery of Jack the Ripper's identity has spawned countless theories and suspects. One of the most enduring suspects is Aaron Kosminski, a Polish barber who lived and worked in Whitechapel at the time of the murders. Another prominent suspect is Montague John Druitt, a barrister who disappeared shortly after the final murder. Walter Sickert, a prominent artist, has also been linked to the Ripper case. Francis Tumblety, an American quack doctor, rounds out the list of key suspects. Despite the plethora of suspects and theories, none have been definitively proven. In recent years, the advent of DNA analysis has breathed new life into the investigation of the Jack the Ripper murders. One of the most significant discoveries involves a shawl found near the body of Catherine Eddowes. In 2014, DNA testing pointed to Aaron Kosminski as a potential match. Critics argue that the shawl may have been contaminated, rendering the DNA results unreliable. The ongoing investigation, aided by advancements in forensic science, keeps alive the hope that one day the true identity of Jack the Ripper may finally be revealed. The Jack the Ripper case, despite its gruesome nature, continues to captivate the public imagination over a century later. The mystery of the unsolved murders, the shadowy streets of Victorian London, and the enduring question of the killer's identity have all contributed to the case's enduring legacy. The Ripper's story has been the subject of countless books, films, documentaries, and television shows. The lack of a definitive answer has fueled speculation and debate, turning the case into a real-life whodunit. The Victorian era provides a chilling backdrop for the Ripper's reign of terror. The case offers a glimpse into a darker side of history, a time when the streets of London were far from the romantic ideal often portrayed. While the mystery of Jack the Ripper often dominates discussions of the case, it is crucial to remember the victims: Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly. They were not just names on a police report. They were women with lives, loves, and families. Their stories, often overshadowed by the sensationalized details of their deaths, deserve to be told. In recent years, there has been a concerted effort to reclaim the narratives of the Ripper's victims. Memorials have been erected in their honor, and historians are working to piece together their lives beyond the shadow of their murders. By remembering the victims and advocating for a more just and equitable society, we can truly honor their memories and work towards a future where such tragedies are a relic of the past.